CERN has researched logistics, also known as green science, for the first time. Making green science is a difficult endeavor, as it requires the automation of conveyor belts and inserters, but we will persevere. Right now, I am setting up the production of green circuits, also known as electronic circuits. I am also setting up researching steel and advanced material processing. Steel will allow us to upgrade our furnace setup to steel furnaces, which are twice as fast. As expected, the factory is growing. As of today, we are reaching a total of over 100 iron plates per minute. That is nearly 2 per second. The circuits must be connected to the southern side of the base, so I can add them to the fifth layer of the bus. The concept of a main bus is to put the most used and useful ingredients in a central spot to use for assembling machines. I am putting the circuits here so I can create the automation of inserters, which require circuits, iron plates, and iron gears. I am also putting more of CERN to use, as I am now researching electronics. I'll make a conveyor with iron plates and gears on the same belt, so it's easier to take the items and put them in the machines. And now, the setup is done. We have automated the little yellow thingies that take items and put them somewhere else. Watching the inserters do all the work for me is really satisfying. I have now decided to upgrade the power setup. What is better than one boiler and one steam engine? That's right, 4 boilers and 4 steam engines. This allows us to enter medium voltage, as we are now generating quadruple the amount of power as before. I changed the second coal conveyor belt, so that I can expand CERN a little bit more with 8 labs instead of 4. CERN is now twice as efficient. I wonder when will CERN perform the first rocket launch on this planet? Day 300, 400, maybe 500? Post your guess in the comments. Day 11. While I did not record, I set up the automation of conveyor belts. Inserters and conveyor belts combined make green science, which makes CERN happy. I also completely tore apart the existing CERN facility so I can build another one with a loop, so that the science goes all around our laboratories instead of getting stuck. Later on, I will research sulfur chemistry so I can make xanthates and, most importantly, cliff explosives, to expand the lab even more. But right now, CERN is staying small. Studying so much physics in such a little time requires a lot of energy. CERN is now studying military technologies. This will be useful later on for when we will get our base apoptosized by the natives. We are not the only one here. We have simply colonized the planet, and to colonize something, you need good weapons. I am also researching engines so I can make cars and trains much later on. But now, a small intermission, to explain exactly what I am playing. In the beginning, in 2012, there was only Industrial Craft 2. Yes, this game was inspired by Minecraft. In 2012, one German man created the GregTech that we all know and love, but a small team of Polish people decided to make Factorio. This Polish man said that modded Minecraft is a good game, but it is a bit hard to play and set stuff up in 3 dimensions, so he decided to recreate GregTech in 2D. And that is how this game was made. End intermission, and let's get back to Factorio. Right now, I am thinking of upgrading the entire iron mining setup. Instead of having 1 row of iron drills, I will make 3, so we can get 3 times more iron per minute now. If you think about it, Factorio is just like a clicker game. Instead of numbers going up, it's conveyor belts going faster. The factory is well oiled. Today is a good day. I think that my furnaces are going a little slow now. I have researched steel furnaces, which smelt 2 times faster. So right now I am setting up the processing of steel. But sadly, steel furnaces also require stone bricks, which will need their own dedicated setup after I find a deposit. Searching for deposits is a little tedious, but it is nowhere near as bad as it is in GTNH. It could certainly be worse, but everything changed when the biters performed the terrorist attack of day 13 on the base. Thankfully, the only boxes were just a few conveyor belts and an inserter, but they will probably come and ask for more later on. Repairing isn't that difficult. I only lost 2 inserters and about 15 conveyor belts at the end of the attack, and I had these materials on me. I need to prepare more for a potential second attack, though. See those red spots on the map? That's their base. They are extremely close to the factory. Less than 100 meters. My goal is to bomb them to death. Now I'm setting up the steel processing. Steel will not only give me faster furnaces, but also heavy armor, which is made with 100 copper plates and 50 steel plates. Thankfully, one steel plate does not take 6 minutes to complete. The second attack from the biters came much earlier than I expected. They took another bite of the eastern side of the base. When I get stone bricks,
I'll build a great wall around the factory, and I will make the biters pay for it.
But before making the wall, it is important to set up automated defenses, gun turrets. It's also important to set up the radar, which makes me able to look at what the biters are doing just from my base. Instead of one radar, I decided to cover the entire east side with radars, all connected by my incredibly strong medium voltage electric network. I also built this small machine line which turns iron plates into pistol ammunition. Defenses aren't automated if I have to run around and put the ammo in the turrets. Inspecting the biter's nest was a very bad idea. Now I have 50 of these things all running around the base and causing damage. I have attracted them, and until they are killed, they will not stop. They are a cancer upon the industrial world, a rogue cell that must perform apoptosis. I had to follow them for hundreds of meters, all the way to the lake, to kill all of them. I should also probably invest in some better armor. Let's expand the entire steel making operation. I will, first of all, connect the steel to a branch of the main bus. Then, expand the entire operation by adding 3 more furnaces, which results in 400% output. I will now set up the stone brick automation. First of all, I'll plunk down 5 drills and connect them to main power. Then, I will make a belt to bring coal all the way here, so I can smelt this stone into stone bricks. This looks like some igneous rock over here. And now, it is time to hook up the furnaces too. I don't know why stone needs to be smelted to make bricks. I think it would have been more realistic if you chiseled it with the assembler, but this is just like Minecraft. I set up a massive belt so I can bring the stone all the way to the top of the base. Well, it's not the top, it's more like the north side, but whatever. I also put an assembling facility here to turn the stone bricks into walls. Each wall requires 5 bricks, which is quite weird from an engineering perspective, but I think that's it for today. See you in episode 3, where I will build the wall.
I would build a